All right, we are live. What's going on, everybody? So, today, trading NQ as per usual. I am bearish on NQ for the day. Why? We peeped the daily, swept liquidity yesterday, came back up, swept these highs. Now, I think we go a little bit lower, probably to close up this gap is probably the next weekly target. Our chart, what are we looking at? Push higher, came back down, came into the FEG, respecting the FEG. So now I'd expect us to kind of roll over. 15-minute, same type deal. Came into the FEG. Oh, jeez. Came into the FEG here. All right, respected it, rolling over. Same thing here. Swept liquidity, swept internal liquidity. Close below, looking to roll over. Um, Now I don't think there's no. If I wanted to take this, how do I take it? Right? Maybe off the 2 minute. 2 minute was probably the only place I could have taken it. But to be honest, I don't like how the 2 minute looks. But I got this joint in here, which is the super liquidity, pushing lower. We really need to take this out, if anything. But I also kind of want to have my options open a little bit. Um, so, excuse me, how I'm looking at it is if it is that we are short, and what's the push that sub liquidity? Technically, we have two pushes, which is this one. And here, this little internal, but not really looking at that. This is really a higher time frame push on the 3 minute. It's very clear that this is the start of the push up. That sweeps liquidity before we start rolling over. Um, so we're more than likely just going to be short the entire day. Into 1950 levels ish. So my job is to figure out how can I get an entry in short. That's what it is that I'm looking for. And how do I solidify us going short? Well, the easiest way to solidify that is if we break this candle. So there's a lot of noise on the lower time frame right now in terms of where is it that we can look to enter. Right? The first place we probably could have entered would have been this inverse here. However, because of time and price, 946, I'd not take this. Right? This would have been the first one we could have taken. Time and price, not worth it. What I think is the next best option is for price to look to come a little bit higher, possibly sweep out this liquidity or even this high, something like that. We get that inverse and we enter. Cover the high, target somewhere down there. I personally think that's the best option. Um, but it is also whether price, not if price wants to do what we want is if we can, what the hell, whether we can react to price. Um, that's the goal, really, us being able to react to price. So, kind of waiting on something that would suggest we can go higher. Sorry, lower. Now, if it is that we do just come through and break this, um, that would be I would start looking maybe for longs in that particular situation. Why? So the lower time frame right now is still bullish, right? Low, high, sweeps, low, low, high, low, high. So really, until we break here, which is liquidity again, technically we're still bullish on the lower time frame, and now we just swept it, so that's great. So there we just saw liquidity. Um, but yeah, if we zoom out on the 5 minute, I mean, it's pretty clear. This is the push up, stop liquidity. We should probably go lower. This is the high that put in the low. Um, so yeah, we should be looking short. And I mean, on the 15 minutes, it's really apparent. It's just how am I able to get in is the next piece of the puzzle. Also, with me not getting this, I would have been very uncomfortable being in here. I mean, we would have been break even at this point now, which is here. Um, but I actually do think this gets tapped at some point. But we'll see. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait out till 10 o'clock at this point. No point taking a trade here. And see what the 10 o'clock candle does. Looking at this, what I would expect is for price to come back up at some point into this wick. Well, two things. One, I expected to come in below here, below this, but also some part higher of this wick. From there, that's where I want to be able to look to get my trade or enter my trade. So somewhere below this point and probably above this point is where I would like to see it happen. If we can get something like that at 10 o'clock, basically in this area here, something like that, that'd be great. But we'll see. but no trades until 10 o'clock. All right, 2 minutes. Ooh, that wick is pretty interesting. Jeez, that doesn't help. Okay, so what is it that we're actually looking at here? What is it we're actually looking at? That is the question. So we come in, we sweep this liquidity. Now all of the liquidity in this particular leg is closed. Not closed, but taken out as of right now. This is the last liquidity point. So we close below here. That would be very nice to see if it is that we can indeed close then below this one. And that will give me a very nice indication of where it is price wants to go. We close below here, we're going short for sure for a while. Um, Times like this, I wish I had a 30-second. Let me just confirm that on my other time frames. Whoa. I mean, 5 minute, we look bullish. Very bullish. 15. Oh, we're also looking bullish on the 15, to be honest with you. On the hour, I don't know. Yes, we did close above this. However, we didn't close above this. So I'm still of the opinion that this inverse might want to hold. However, we will have to see. There's nothing in this leg that suggest we've broken except for up here. It's the only one, and even that didn't close above. So up here, not even close above. So still under the short bias. And I could be super wrong here, and we're just bullish. I mean, 5 minute looks pretty bullish. Swept these lows, came in, swept these highs. If it is that we are bullish, our next target is here, 615 high. But I mean, that's pretty aggressive. Yeah, I think we're judging by this price action. I think we're short. Just a matter of waiting for this to close below. So now putting in the top wick of the 5 minute candle, putting in this top wick, and then I think we roll over from here. Targets, I don't really have any. Only thing I could say, this high to this low, kind of wild because that's a massive, massive, massive target all the way down here. Massive target. But we'll see. Could be totally wrong still, and we just go bullish. So In any case, there's nowhere to buy. I'm not taking this. I'll tell you that for sure. This one I'm not taking. That's far too risky. Uh, in my opinion, far too risky. I think that kind of solidifies bullish intent. So let's look at the hour chart. Well, not quite. This hasn't put in the low yet. This has not put in a low as yet. That's just a weird kind of candle. I mean, looking at this right now, this looks kind of bullish. Wasn't expecting this candle to get swept though. And there it goes. See, I was wrong on the bias there. Very wrong on the bias. That's okay. Is there anywhere to capitalize as of right now? Nope. There are no trades in here. Um, let's see where we're going to. Going up here. Essentially this high that I was speaking about prior. And this thing's really taking off. Really taking off. Almost at that wick low. What a candle, huh? Almost 600 ticks in the candle. That's a big old candle. I think the most telling thing out of all this is this wick and this liquidity. How we didn't close below. Oh, there's nothing there except for on this 2 minute. It's 2 minutes, the only thing that's there. I don't trade 2 minutes, so if you miss me with that, I'm not sure I would have gotten in this either, to be honest with you. Probably not. Definitely probably just target here. That's the actual target. So 2 minutes, the only thing that has something. Hmm. Let me just put a little. Hmm. When in doubt, zoom out. Coming to the only FEG here. It's about to end though. I would like if we can get an inverse here, because then I would go high. I would go long up to this. I don't know if we'll get one, but we'll see. One second. Well, I gotta go. Unfortunately, things happen. So, yeah, I'm gonna sign out. In terms of this is clearly going lower. I thought we would at least take this before it ended up going lower, but guess not. Peep the hour. All right, stop the liquidity, clearly respecting it. 15 minute. I don't like price action like this, but it is what it is. How I would look to trade this here now is I don't know exactly. This is obviously the 5 minute, and this is just rammed through everything. So, but yeah, I'm out. No trades today. Do